Terence Crawford, will he team up with Golden Boy Promotions? I don't know. But Blair Cobbs, former Golden Boy Promotions fighter, says he's currently out of contract with them. Somehow your boy Ego will connect these two storylines in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I wanted to make this video because I wanted to be on wax like all my other hits. So Blair Cobbs, he did an interview with Fight Hype. He says that his contract expired with Golden Boy, and it sounds like they were offering him peanuts or a deal that wasn't even remotely in the ballpark of his value. So he was actually going at and kind of taking shots at Golden Boy, saying they didn't really groom him to be a star. He was always brought in really as the guy, as the B-side to get beat, you know, and he held his own. He did lose by knockout to Alexis Rocha, and he says, like, you know, he feels he was doing good in that fight. He came back and people said he was done, and he fought Maurice Hooker and he beat him and he dropped him probably 3 times or so. So Blair Cobbs is saying that I deserve, you know, what I bring to the table, my value, my entertainment, the gift of gab, you know what I'm saying? Those types of things. He feels that Golden Boy kind of disrespected him at the negotiating table. So as of right now, he's saying he's not with Golden Boy Promotions. You know, they haven't really come to him with no respect for offer, or they haven't come to him with the offer that he's gonna take. So he's a free agent. So it's interesting because you have a black fighter in Blair Cobbs saying this, and then you have Terence Crawford, another independent black fighter, and the reports are saying that he may do business with Golden Boy to whatever extent, right? I'm just going off the reports. There's a report by Jake Donovan. He was saying that Rocha and Crawford's teams are already in talks. We've seen the picture with Terence Crawford, Oscar De La Hoya, and B-Hop. That's two-thirds of Golden Boy right there, right? Because their matchmaker left, right? So it leads me to this conversation that I'm having in this video is, what does this mean for Crawford's career and where his career is at if he does team up with Golden Boy? Because as far as I'm concerned, and make sure you please print this because I'm the best in the business. As far as I'm concerned, I think if that happens, I can't tell you what Crawford will decide. You know, some people are holding out hope that the Errol Spence fight gets done and stuff. I can't tell you all that. But what I can say is, if it does happen, where Crawford signs with Golden Boy under any circumstance, I don't think that'll be viewed in the way that Crawford may anticipate or think that will be viewed. We'll leave it at that. And I think personally, it'll be a bad look because Golden Boy, like everybody knows who watches the sport of boxing, they don't really have any African-American fighters that they've put on the map. And don't give me no PBC fighter, because if the PBC fighters were so happy with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy's job that they did while they were working together, when Richard Schaefer, Al Heyman, and Oscar De La Hoya many moons ago all worked together, right? Then they wouldn't have left Oscar De La Hoya. So just by way of the fact that the PBC fighters didn't stick around, the black PBC fighters did not stick around with Oscar. In fact, many of them, not just the black, we're talking about Abner Mares, you know, guys like Amir Khan, Danny Garcia, none of them really stayed, right? But for this, the point I'm making, none of the black fighters really stayed. Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Adrian Broner, none of them really stayed. The Charlo that they had, you know, Jermell Charlo, none of them really stayed. Then fast forward to the future, what black star has Golden Boy put out and put on? I think their flavor is a lot more Latino infused, and they get a lot heavier with their promotion on their Latino fighters, Canelo and blah, 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 right? And I mean, some people are going to say Floyd Schofield or whatever, but he's so young, he hasn't really done nothing. Like, they haven't really put him on. They just keep telling it, like, he ain't no main event. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a star. I'm talking about a main event. I'm talking about someone like that. So for Crawford, if he feels like, hey, this is righteous and where I'm at in my career, age 35 or whatever, this is who I want to partner, so be it. That's his choice. But I think it's weird, you know, especially with Blair Cobbs coming out and saying Golden Boy didn't do this for me and didn't promote me and didn't make me elite. Now, albeit Crawford is no Blair Cobbs. I give you that. Crawford is in my opinion, a much more class fighter, a higher skill level. Just everything is upped. His ability. So I believe that. But it's still, the point herein lies is that Golden Boy has not really turned over a black African American, black American, whatever you want to say, star. And if you guys can think of someone who's a star in main eventing that's with Golden Boy exclusively, you let me know that in the comment section. But I know you can't, because I'm the best in the business. And it's not just Blair Cobbs. We have to also revisit and look at recently Rashidi Speedy Ellis. He went to PBC. Rashidi Ellis is a great skilled fighter, right? And he had his best win at that point in time against, and maybe even to this day, against Alexis Rocha, right? So great win. He looked sensational, dominated. And the guy that Golden Boy was really pushing was Alexis Rocha, right? And he got shown up by Rashidi Ellis. What happened next? Oh, that's right. Rashidi Ellis literally was on the sideline and they did nothing with him. So I see De La Hoya's pandering to Broner and saying, hey, I love to work with you, Broner, AB, and Crawford. You know, the reports are saying that he could be considering this. We'll see how it plays out. But for me, I don't think it's a good look. You also have moments in time where Errol Spence was sequestered from De La Hoya after he beat Mikey Garcia. And De La Hoya basically said, good win, champ. Errol, you beat Mikey Garcia. I would love to talk business and sign you to Golden Boy. Woot woot wompty. Errol Spence responded, and I'm paraphrasing. He says, no thanks, brother. I don't like the way you treat. He says, I don't like the way you treat black people, or you don't treat black fighters well, or something to this effect. I've made videos in the past about it, but you can get the direct quote from one of those videos, or just Google it and look it up. He said something to this effect, and this is Errol Spence. So obviously Errol Spence heard it, and then De La Hoya later deleted the tweet because he was probably embarrassed that that's the response he got from Errol Spence. I don't like the way you treat black people or black fighters, or whatever he said. So for Crawford, if he just says like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go against the grain, then, you know, best of luck to him. Godspeed. But for me, I think it's a bad look. And I know the Bud Buddies, they're going to get mad per usual. And they're going to say stuff like, oh, but you said, and Eddie Hearn said, and De La Hoya said, and Bob Arum said that Crawford, he needed representation. Yeah, but the obvious choice is PBC. Let's not beat around the bush. Anything for Crawford at this stage of his career that's not him signing with PBC in a multi-fight deal is a bust. I hope I made that as clear as possible. If he signs to anybody that's not PBC, because this was the precise move that people thought he should have made years ago. Back when he was even with Top Rank in a contract. It's the same thing. People thought, they've been saying the same thing. Hey, PBC got all the work that you want, all the names, the biggest names in the division, the Danny Garcias. They were working with Mikey Garcia. They have Ugas. Top Rank got rid of Ugas for whatever reason. They, of course, have Errol Spence. They have Keith Thurman. They have Berto. They have Broner, or at the time had Broner. Like, that's where you need to be. Even a division up, they got the talent. They got Tim Tszyu right now. They got Jermell Charlo right now, undisputed. They got Sebastian Fundora. I mean, can you imagine Crawford versus Fundora, right? They got everybody. Tony Harrison, Jared Hurd, but he moved up, you know, things like that. So it looks like that's where the action for Crawford would be at, especially at age 35 of his career. You know, and I'm not just talking about Errol Spence fight. I'm talking Errol, Jermell Charlo, just anybody. Even Jaron Ennis, who's not exclusive to PBC, but he's on the network and he's working with them. So for you to go to Golden Boy, what can Golden Boy really provide you outside of fights that are going to be viewed as pretty much cherry picks or lesser than the fights that you could be fighting on another network, you know? So that it's going to be construed as like big pay for minimal risk. And that never really bodes well with boxing fans if that's the case. If they feel like, okay, you get in the bag to fight David Avanesian, that don't do for the fans. You get in the bag to fight Alexis Rocha. Either fans want to see the fight or they don't. They love the fight or they hate it. Boxing, there's not really an in-between. Either it's a good fight, great fight, or it usually isn't. You know what I mean? If it's perceived as a mismatch. And Crawford is part of this problem with his decision making, and also part of the problem just based on the fact of he's that good. People want to see him fight people that we feel as fans even have a chance to give him some trouble, to see what he's really made of, because that's what really tests you. You can't really say you're the best in the NBA, but then you don't have to go against John Morant. You know, you don't have to go against Steph Curry and the Warriors. You know, it's just people want to see that. They want to see the best versus the best. And it's like that. So let me know what you guys think. Blair Cobbs says he's no longer with Golden Boy. Rashidi Ellis left Golden Boy. Sanicia Estrada, she left Golden Boy. You know, Andy Ruiz, he announced that he's sticking around and keeping Al Heyman as his advisor. So Andy Ruiz could have did it for La Raza and teamed up with Oscar De La Hoya. I'm pretty sure there's a relationship there. He was in the same gym as Canelo and things like that. So to me, the move don't make sense. You let me know in the comment section what you feel. Best in the business. We unpack. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.